What's up, you guys? So I'm here with a new video today, and I'm here to bring you guys my updated Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile for today, which is August 29th. Welcome to the new format, the August 29th format. Blue Eyes was untouched, as we all expected it to be. It's new, it won Worlds, etc. I definitely feel it's going to be one of the top contenders for the best deck this current format until we get like DEDs and ABCs. So I'm going to show you guys my current build. There's a couple things in here you could change if you don't care for them, but I'm going to show you guys what I play and explain why I play them. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Just be sure to smash that like button. 50 plus likes would be awesome for more deck profiles. I got a lot of decks I built for this format. This is just one of the main competitive decks I have at my disposal. So we'll start with this deck. So yeah, so feeling like Seto Kaiba today. So for the new format, we're going to start it big. So let's start with the basics. Okay, of course we have to have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, the vanilla. You have to play it. Melody, trade-in, I mean, I don't have to explain it. The card comes out a lot. It's just really good. I don't understand why people would ever play less than 3. I've seen lists play less than 3. I don't understand. 3 copies of alternative. This is probably my favorite monster in the deck. It's so free. Literally reveal, summon. You can pop a monster, then make a rank 8, or you can synchro for Spirit Dragon. It's crazy. This card really was the shifting point for the deck to really just reach full power. And for the last of the level 8 dragons, 2 copies of Dragon Spirit of White. 3 is just too many. 1 was not enough in testing. You have to have at least 2 because you need to be able to get them off Stone of the Ancients, because it's just great at the end phase to come out, just banish a back row. Also, I really like its effect, when you're going through multiple monsters, attacking, and then, getting it off, tripping it off, and then going for regular Blue Eyes in your hand, which you usually have when you combo with alternative. So I really like the synergy that all these big dragons have. You would think that a deck full of big monsters would have no synergy, but they definitely do. So that's it for the big monsters in the deck. For the little guys, the tuners, and the support cards, we've got, of course, 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. Love this card. It's a Stratos. You can actually Sage a Sage because, a lot of times you'll open 2 and you'll be like, oh god, what do I do? You summon 1. Hopefully it doesn't get Veilered. You get a guy, and then you can Sage a Sage, and then, bring out a Blue Eyes from the deck. So it's really good. Even by itself, it's a level 1 tuner to make Spirit. So I think it's just a great card in general. So we have 3 of those, along with 3 of the best stone, the White Stone of Ancients, End Phase being able to bring back, being able to bring out a Blue Eyes or a Dragon Spirit of White is just awesome. Plus, my favorite effect actually is when it's in the graveyard, it resolves that effect, and then during another turn you can just banish it to add back Blue Eyes or an alternative, or it's how you just keep, summoning alternative. It's insane, it really is. You have to play it to understand. It's just crazy. And then the last stone is just 1 White Stone of Legend. Goes with cards of consonants. Another level 1 tuner lets you search Blue Eyes. So just very, very standard stuff. You're not going to find anything out of the ordinary here. I'm not playing Brilliant Fusion in this build. This is my current build. Brilliant Fusion was just something I wanted to test, and through testing it was very good. I really like it, but I wanted to go a more standard route, especially with the release of Pot of Desires. I didn't want to be playing that card with the idea of possibly not being able to even resolve Brilliant Fusion at all, so I cut it. So, and then just for the hand traps, it's at 2 now, so we're still playing 2 Max Cs. Like I said, it made no difference in my opinion whether we had 3 or 2, so I'm still gonna play 2. And then 2 Veiler. You can cut this to 1 if you want. I like having Veiler though. I like what it can do. It's good in the mirror if you hit Sage, as you guys have seen at Worlds. It's just a very powerful card. Plus, again, it's another level 1 tuner. If for some reason you don't draw your tuners, you can still get into your synchros and stuff. So I just like that ratio. So that's it for the monsters. And now we're going to go on to the spells. So for the spells, we've got the 3 Melody of the Awakening Dragon. This card is just ridiculous. Discard, search a Blue Eye, search an alternative, search 2 Blue Eyes, search 2 alternatives, whatever you guys want. It's crazy. I mean, these cards are just insane, together. But obviously the best spell card is Return of the Dragon Lords. This card is so ridiculous. Not only is it recursion, but it also has protection. I mean, come on. And you can activate multiple ones at a time. I've had games where I've resolved 2 or 3 and just, put over 9,000 on the board. It's crazy. So really, really like it. I really, really like this card. And then we have 3 trade-in. 3 trade-in, obviously, for more draw power. And then 2 cards of consonants. We do have, what is the total of, I believe, 4 tuners. They're searchable. Card of consonants just really comes in handy. If we dead draw it, we can always discard it with other cards in the deck and Melody. And then the new addition, 2 Pot of Desires. I don't play 3, I play 2. I haven't tested 3, I tested 2. I felt that 2 was a good number because if I do resolve 2, I am banishing 20 cards. That is more than half the deck, so I really, just want to be careful how I use this card. But I can tell you guys straight up, this card is amazing. Anything that lets you draw in this game is fantastic. And you run so many 3-ofs. Like, if you looked at our monster lineup, like, we run so many 3-ofs of these cards. Like, even if you don't draw this and you hit it and Desires hits it, Desires still gets you 2 cards deeper into your deck. It really synergizes well with this deck. I feel it synergizes better with this deck than most other decks. So that's why I've been testing 2 and it's been testing fantastic. I highly suggest you test it before you say the card is trash, because I don't feel the card is trash. I feel the card really does add speed, it adds consistency, and playing it versus not playing it in this deck, you'll see a huge difference, into how fast you get into the cards you need to win the game. So that's all I got to say about that. And then for the rest of the spells, 2 copies of Silver Scry for recursion. I love that you can get Dragon Spirit or White to just banish cards basically for free. 2 copies of Twin Twister for any back row heavy decks. If it turns out to be not so much a back row heavy deck, we can cut this down to 1. And then the last spell is, of course, Skill Charge, 1 Soul Charge. You draw this card, you should win. You resolve it, you definitely should win. You create some crazy boards. And then for the traps, I got this from, I'm not even going to lie, I got this from the guy who won Worlds. 2 copies of Wing Blast, 1 Warning, 1 Emptiness. That's my trap lineup. The deck is 41 cards. I just couldn't cut anything to make it 40. Like I said, you could cut Valor if you want, but on all honesty, this card is amazing. Oh my god, it deals with so many problematic cards, and you can just do it at end phase and just set them back a turn. I mean, anything that basically sets your opponent back and gives them a dead draw is just fantastic. And then, of course, Warning and Emptiness are like the best traps. And what I like about Wing Blast, it's another discard card that, you have a lot of cards that you want to discard and get in the graveyard. So the synergy between this card and the deck is just insane. So that's it for the deck, you guys. It's 41 cards. We're just going to get into the extra deck real quick. Now, the extra deck, there are some things in here I wish were in here, and some things you can change around. This is just my extra deck currently at the moment. It might change if I get the cards, or it might change through more testing, but we'll get into it. For the Synchros, we have 2 Blue-Eye Spirit Dragon. This card is insane. It literally locks out pendulums, can negate a graveyard effect. You contribute it off to get this guy. Ozurize. I only run 1. Some people run 2. I might bump it to 2. In testing, I've only ever really needed 1. But you guys know when Ozur comes out, through that effect, it keeps itself alive. And then during the standby, you can bring back a Blue Eyes. I think that's pretty crazy. You just get game on board very quickly. For the other Synchros, 1 Crystal Wing, Synchro Dragon. This card is amazing. I mean, I don't even need to explain it. Effect negation, honest. I mean, it's crazy. 1 Spark Dragon, we run Emptiness, just Spark Emptiness, and it's just a good card to have in general because, I mean, it's not too bad. You can bring it out off Spirit Dragon if you don't have another Ozurize, and you can, it'll stay alive. I just really like it for being able to keep cards alive, especially Emptiness. And then I run 1 Michael. I haven't tested enough with, Moonlight. I also don't have one. So you could actually replace this with Moonlight if you want, or find a space for Moonlight. I know that the card's really good. I really like Michael, though, just for the fact that if the situation comes up, I am able to banish problematic cards and then summon a tuner and make an 8. So I like having that there. So that's it for the Synchros. And then for the XYZs, 1 number 38 Hope Harbinger. Don't even need to explain it. This card's amazing. You try to set up this card ASAP. It's just really good in the mirror, just really good against most decks. Being able to just negate spells and take them is crazy. This is one of my personal favorites, Heliopolis. It does not target, so you are able to wipe massive boards of back row monsters, etc., and it really does make a huge difference. So I really do like that card. And then we've got the Galaxy Engine. This should be a Cypher Dragon. I already know I was going to say that. I have not gotten one yet. So you can run number 62 if you don't have Cypher Dragon like me, but get Cypher Dragon. This is better. So it would be 1 Cypher Dragon, and then the Full Armor, and then the Dark Matter, Don't Matter Dragon. You guys already know setting that card up is ridiculous. Just make sure you don't get Gimmick Puppeted. Yeah, this guy. Make sure that doesn't happen to you, because taking 4,000 to the face is no joke. But I play Gimmick Puppet, and I do play the Spiders. I do play Pain Gainer, and I do play 7 Sins. I saw this in one of the deck profiles of one of the Blue Eyes decks that topped, I believe it was one of the ARGs, and I really do like what this adds to the deck. I did actually test with it. This guy is Behemoth, number 1. Number 2, it's very hard for a lot of decks to get around, and I mean, at 4,000 attack, it's crazy. Like, if you guys don't actually know what this does, I'll read it to you. You can summon this by using a rank 10 or a dark XYZ. So you put it over. So basically you go Giant Grinder, then Pain Gainer, then 7 Sins. So 7 Sins basically says the following effects can be activated. If summoned this way, the following effects cannot be activated this turn, but its effects are: once per turn, you can detach 2 XYZ materials from this card, banish as many special summon monsters your opponent controls as possible, then attach one of those banished monsters to this card as XYZ material. That's one of the effects. The other effect is, if this face-up card in the field would be destroyed by a card effect, you can detach 1 XYZ from this card instead, so it basically stays alive. That's crazy. It's just something I'm testing. You don't have to play it if you don't want to. I was also playing All Save before, but I wanted to try out the spiders, so the spiders ended up making my like the final cut for the list. But I would definitely try out Moonlight and All Save if you don't feel like going this route with the deck. This card's crazy though, because it can steal games. I mean, don't sleep on that card. That you can lose to that card. When you leave your XYZs around and you don't have a way, of getting them off the board, they're just gonna burn you. It's crazy. And then the last guy is 1 Dragalon for the mirror match. So that is it, you guys. That is my August 29th, today, new format. Welcome to the new format. Woo! Blue Eyes White Dragon deck list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash that like button. Like I said, 50 plus likes would be awesome. Like I said, this should be a cipher. You can play other cards if you don't want to play the spiders. This is just my current take on the list. I think, a lot of you will see just very standard Blue Eyes stuff. The deck is not that hard to play. I really like it. It's very aggressive. And if it's your play style, you can play it. It's just one of the decks I wanted to have as as an option for any YCS or any regionals competitive play. Like I said, don't sleep on this card. This card's really good in this deck specifically. I really like it in this deck, guys. You guys have seen a lot of the decks that are topping. They're running it. There's a reason. I mean, draw 2 is still draw 2. And anything to just accelerate your deck, I think is fantastic. But yeah, I think overall this is just a fantastic deck. I really like how it's been testing. This build's been very consistent for me. As you guys can see in the Blue Eyes montage, this was the list I was playing just before I updated it with the Wing Blast. So that was the only difference. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know any changes you would make, anything you want to know about the deck. Just leave it in the comments section below, and I'll definitely get back to you guys. So yeah, smash that like button. Welcome to the new format. I'll see you guys in more videos. Thank you for watching.